everyday makeup. Every channel has one of these videos. This is no exception. So I've already washed my face and now I'm just tying up my hair because, again, I don't understand it when like the beauty channels have their hair all like nicely done and it's all in their face. They're like, let me just show you how to like do my foundation. So you take your hair scrunchie and you shovel your hair right back off your face. Maybe you don't look as cute as you normally do, but you know what? There is no foundation going in this hair. Right now, I'm gonna put on some, I'm like 95% sure this is toner. It kind of feels like essence. I don't know, but it's the thing that goes on your skin before moisturizer. As you can tell, not a beauty guru. This is the Innisfree Green Tea Moisture Skin. And then the description stops there and doesn't tell me what it is. It's quite watery, so I don't like dab it on my hand. I do that annoying thing where you tip it directly on your face because that's what gives me best like control and doesn't like dribble everywhere. So I kind of just like dot it on my face like this and then just pat with your fingers. Now you moisturize. I'm using this Origins GinZing Energy Boosting Moisturizer. I will be linking the stuff I use in the description if you wanted it as well, but you really don't have to use the things I'm using. Just kind of use whatever you have in your possession or whatever works for you. Just like a little bit of moisturizer on the fingertips, pat it over your face. I kind of do like a 5-point application. This is really not scientific, but I take a bit and dab it here on my cheeks, forehead, bit of my nose and then chin, and then patting it around. You're gonna see a lot of patting in this video. You don't want to like rub because that kind of like drags down your skin. So patting's like the gentlest way and best way to kind of like get the stuff into your skin. My knowledge of like beauty and skincare and all that stuff is all from mostly Michelle Phan, the queen, the empress of beauty YouTube. RIP her channel, moment of silence please. We miss you, Michelle. And right now I'm watching a lot of Edward Avila, which I think that's how you pronounce his surname. He is a Filipino American and he's living in South Korea at the moment, and he does makeup and beauty and all that good stuff, and I just really love his channel. He's not an expert himself either, so I'm going from a lot of non-experts for stuff. So as with all YouTube videos, pinch of salt and don't take it to be the word of truth. Normally I apply this first, but I forgot because I'm filming and it's really distracting, but I put on eye cream. This is just Superdrug's own brand, Naturally Radiant Brightening Eye Cream. And you just want a little dot on your ring finger, and then you just kind of, again, pat it on around your eyes. Not directly on the eyelids because it can make it oily, but you kind of just do kind of like this area and this area. I used to like skip SPF all the time because I live in London and we don't get much sun, especially in the winter, but every single like dermatologist, skincare person, makeup person is like, wear sunscreen, wear sunscreen. That's the secret basically to sort of like good skin over time. Also, cancer is bad, so wear sunscreen. This one is the Innisfree Eco Safety Perfect Sunblock SPF 50, and I really like it. Beforehand, all I knew of like SPF and sun cream is like that really thick goopy sunscreen that you put on before you go to the beach, and it's like thick and heavy and sticky and smelly and just like really horrible. And then I got this one and it's really nice, it's really light, smells great, and it's just, I really like it. Again, with that 5-point application, I look like I'm about to, you know how like Andy Serkis had all those dots on his face to play Gollum? Hi, it me. So you have to keep in mind, all like your skincare stuff should be going on your neck as well, because you just need to treat your neck as an extension of your face, which was mind-blowing when I first learned about this. I'm leaning forwards because like I've got a shelf there, and that's where I'm putting the stuff that I have used. Again, you don't have to use what I recommend in these videos, but I do really highly recommend the Innisfree sunscreen. Like, I would repurchase this. It is a Asian skincare brand, so it might be on like eBay or Amazon or something. I'll put a link in the description if I do find it. Whilst it's like a white cream, it just disappears into your skin and doesn't leave that like really like white streaks all over your face. Also, Innisfree, cruelty free. Final bit of skin prep is the primer. I used to like not use primer, but I found that when you use it, it really does make the foundation go on much more smoothly. It doesn't like become patchy over the day and like look bad. It makes it look better basically, and it genuinely helps with the long lastingness of it. Normally I use the MUA Makeup Academy Pro Base Moisturising Primer. This is the first ever primer I bought and I still have it at the moment because I get given a lot of like samples from my sisters, because they're the ones who actually buy a lot of makeup and skincare, and they get given samples and I don't want them. But you know who accepts everything? At the moment I'm using the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer and I really like it. It's really nice. If it was cruelty free, which I believe it is not, I would buy this. Also, I think it's expensive, so enjoy these free samples whilst I still can. I've really gone into like makeup and skincare these past few months. I've always kind of had a fascination with it since I was little, and when I was a teenager I was not allowed to wear makeup, right up until I went to university, and then I was like, I can do whatever I want. And also, you know, like in movies where they have that like transformation moment, that makeover moment, which is like the best part of these films. Like, doing your makeup and skincare every day, it's like your way of having a movie makeover every day, and I'm very into that, but on like a lower budget. Now that your base is like all primed and ready, you can start putting on makeup properly. I normally wear like a compact. I feel like I've explained this 100 times on my channel already, but if you're new, hello. Basically, it's one of these little circles. It's got like a bunch of the product here, liquid foundation slash CC cream goodness, and then you take a sponge and you pat it in and you pat it all over your face. It's mostly an Asian, I think specifically Korean makeup thing, but it's getting a bit more well known in the West and things like that, and I really love it. It's my preferred way of like providing general coverage, but I am trying to use up my foundation, so I've been using this from The Ordinary. It's the Serum foundation. It's lightweight, light medium 2.0N. That's the one that matches my face the best. I believe they let me like sample it in the shop and kind of match me with the right shade, which is very important, by the way. Please don't wear mismatching foundation. Be the skin tone that you are, not the skin tone that you want. So I've started applying my foundations with sponges. This one is from Innisfree. I used to like not believe in sponges because I felt like surely they just soak up all your product and don't actually apply it to your face, and they must be a scam. No, I'm wrong. It actually works really well. You never use a sponge dry. You dampen it first, so you kind of like hold it under the running tap and you just kind of like squidge it a few times and then wring it out, so it's not fully dry but damp enough. And then you take your foundation. Gotta shake this one up. Take your foundation, put it on. I like to put it on the base, the big part, and then start to dab it across my face, going from the center out. I like a light coverage, so a little bit goes a long way. I am quite lucky in that I naturally do generally have pretty good skin. I just like to use full coverage to even out the skin tone, so it's not like red-ish in some patches and like darker in other and whatnot. I used to think people wore full face foundation because they were trying to like cover up and like completely mask their face, but not true. You kind of just want, you know, an even skin tone, and it doesn't have to be heavy. Back in school, the girls, you could, I swear you could stick a pencil in their makeup and the pencil would just like stay there because it was so thick. Bless them, you know, we were only teenagers and we didn't really know what we were doing. I didn't wear makeup in school, I got to just watch everyone make mistakes and learn from YouTube, and then start wearing makeup when I was like 18, 19. So my makeup wasn't amazing then, but I avoided a lot of like awkward teenage photos, basically. This is the kind of person I am, by the way. I have a tea set for my tea. My housemate actually found this tea set. It's a set of 4, and she found it in a charity shop for £4. So it comes with like this fine bone china teacups with the saucers. Anyway, so normally I do have pretty good skin, although because I am a mere mortal, contrary to popular belief, I have a few spots / imperfections. It's just spots, it's fine. So how I cover it up is I use NYX, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's the HD Concealer, and it's in the shade of 04, which is a very catchy name. What I do is, because the concealer a little bit goes a really, really long way, so I just kind of like take it out the bottle. This is I'm low budget, okay? This is a very, very cheap eyeshadow brush that I got from Savers, and it's really bad as an eyeshadow brush. It's supposed to be an eyeshadow brush, it's terrible. What I've discovered, it's really good as a concealer brush. So I take the concealer, dab a little bit onto the brush itself, just like a really, really tiny amount, and then I kind of dot the concealer on places that I want to conceal and hide all my secrets. Like, I'm literally just dotting, but like it's so thick that you really don't want to use too much. And again, I like light coverage, so if you can still see a little bit of redness coming through, I'm not that fussed. And then you take that brush and then you brush it out. You can use your fingers, of course, but I found that using like a little brush genuinely is the best way to apply concealer, because it literally just disappears into your skin. It's amazing. So you want to brush downwards as well, because that's the hairs on your face. Naturally it's going down, so you like, if you try to brush up, it's going to kind of get matted and all that, like the little peach fuzz basically that's all over your face, and it doesn't make your makeup look as natural as you might like. I am spending a lot of time kind of like perfecting the base, and this is just the skin part. But like, if you look at like magazines or movies or whatnot and you like admire someone's makeup, most of the time what you're admiring is just how like flawless their skin appears to be, and that's kind of where the bulk of the makeup is. Like, I could, if I wanted to, just put on a bit of eyeliner and a little bit of like lip color and look like a very like perfected version of me, but I like wearing makeup, so you're gonna see more makeup. Again, I'm still quite lucky. I don't really have like very heavy dark circles, but it is obviously still a little bit dull under here. And I went into Boots, and then I wandered over to Complexion, which is cruelty-free and very low budget, so thank you. This is like the #1 lemon shade, and apparently, you know, it balances out purple toned flaws. And I was like, yeah, but like, how much of an effect is it really gonna make? Dotted it under my eyes, just the one, and just patted it in as a sample. Looked in the mirror, and I was like, this is good stuff, and I bought it immediately. So how I like to apply it is, again, because it's by Complexion, it's quite potent, so I just kind of very few dots, not right under your lash line, but kind of like here-ish. I dot it. A lot of people like to do like the stripes. I like dots. And then you take a smaller beauty sponge with like this little tip, and again, make sure it's wet, and then you just kind of tap it in. And then again, because it's the delicate eye area, you really don't want to be rubbing with like brushes or tugging at it with your fingers. You just kind of want to dab. Not that kind of dabbing. The only acceptable form of dabbing, which is this. Okay, finally the base is fully done. Right, what I like to do is do my makeup like top down. I think there's always like a lot of debate on like what's the correct order for you to do your makeup. This is just what I like. So I get my brows waxed nowadays because I just like what it does to the shape of my eyebrows. You're supposed to go like every 8 weeks or something like that. Apparently I go every like 3 months or whenever I look in the mirror and I'm like, it's time. What I really like to use for my eyebrows these days, I'm very excited by this. This is again by NYX or NYX. It's cruelty free, by the way. And it is the Tinted Brow Mascara, or Browscara as I like to say. So it's mascara but for your eyebrows. Basically, this is in black/noir. Like, I know I have black hair and black eyebrows. A lot of people do like to use like one shade lighter and like use like a dark brown instead. I don't like that look on me, so I just commit to the black. I commit to the darkness. I'm gonna like come in a bit, but I don't know how that's gonna look on camera. Bear with me, bear with. Now I'm kind of all up in your face a little bit more. So you can see I've kind of got triangle eyebrows, and you know what, there's no shame in that. Thank you, Andrew Hong. Triangular eyebrows. But you want to follow the shape of your eyebrows, so I'm going to come in even closer if possible. Hey, I'm all up in your personal space. So my eyebrows are alright. They're a little bit patchy, but you know what, who cares. But you can see this is the natural way the eyebrow hair falls, which is kind of like up, around, and then like down again. Don't like resist that, just go along with it, because you know what, the good Lord above gave us this eyebrow shape and we will work with it. You take that and then you just kind of brush it through. I'm gonna be quite light with it and build up, otherwise you get way too thick a brow and then you panic and go to the bathroom and scrub it off as much as you can. I think because it's on camera I'm kind of panicking too much and I've overdone it. I'm gonna fix this 1 second. I remember when like thick brows were not in, and like all the girls in my school like really massively overplucked their brows. Also, they were all white girls. I grew up in the south of England, so there were no other Chinese girls in my school. So they all had really thin eyebrows. Like, it's like if you took like a pen and just went like that, and that was their eyebrow shape. Fortunately, I did not succumb to the peer pressure and like pluck my eyebrows to make my eyebrows look like theirs, because if I did, I wouldn't have eyebrows. And also, the same magazines that were like, look at this celebrity with their thick eyebrows, have now, several years later, because now big eyebrows are in trend, they are now like, look at all these celebrities in the past with their really thin eyebrows. How embarrassing. A bunch of bloody hypocrites. As the great Michelle Phan has said, your eyebrows should look like sisters, not twins. However, this is my preferred eyebrow. I don't know what this one is doing. So let me just fix it. Okay, next up is the eyeshadow, which is the fun bit. Normally I use e.l.f. or e.l.f. Eyes Lip Face, the eyeshadow primer. It's kind of like a dupe of the Urban Decay one. But guess what? I have an Urban Decay eyeshadow primer sample, again from my sisters. Thank you. This is the one in Sin Champagne Shimmer. It's a really nice primer, really good. It's very, very shimmery, and like a tiny bit goes a very long way. So don't overdo it. So you just take a smidge and then just pat it on your lid. So I like to start from the middle, blend it out, pat it out, and then bring it back into the inner corners. I'm gonna get up in your face again because time for some close-ups. I've just had a sudden realization. I forgot to put on powder. You're supposed to put on powder as like your final step before you put on your eyebrows and your eye makeup, but you know what? I'm not an expert. I failed, so we're just going to do it now, but really, really carefully. I have a really like smashed up primer, which you can't even see, but I'll show it in the B-roll, the close-ups. Yeah, it's completely shattered, but am I still using it? Yes. So normally I like quite like a dewy look. I don't like it too matte, so I just put on like a very little amount, and then I take the lid and I kind of swish it around to get rid of the excess. But it is nice to like set your makeup, so again it lasts longer. It's a very sunny day, so my face is going to be shiny, and also I'm just trying to use up this powder. So you take it, and because normally you would just like swish all over your face, but because I've like done my brows already, I'm just going to pat it on, and then mostly aiming for the T-zone, so that's your forehead, your nose, and your chin, and then just sweep off the rest on the rest of your face. Next up, I'm going to be using the Complexions Eyeshadow Trio. It's Work the Colour. I have had this for years. This palette is very old. I know you're supposed to get rid of palettes and makeup after a certain amount of time, but you know what? I bought it, I'm keeping it until it's used up, gosh darn it. So as you can see, it's free blobs is the technical term I'm going to use apparently. So we've got like this creamy shimmery base, and we have the neutral colour, and then we have like the actual shade colour. I'm going to skip this one because I put on the Shimmer Potion by Urban Decay, so that's just going to be too much shine. So I'm going to go ahead and jump straight to your base colour. Brushes I'm using are from Eco Tools. So this is the full shadow one, and this is the Petite Eye Shading. Again, these are cruelty free, and I really like them. They're very, very soft, and also these are like cherry blossom specials. So you take your base colour, you swish it in this, and then you just pat it on. Because I'm just kind of like packing on that base colour, I'm just kind of like, again, patting. We love a patting, we do. Patting it onto my eyelid and just kind of making sure it's all evened out. Now you take the detail brush and you take your main colour and you dab it in. It's quite easy to go a bit overboard with this, so I kind of just like tap away any excess. And again, you want to like build slowly, you don't want to like shove it all in at once, because you're not going to get perfect at once, and then it's going to get too heavy, and then you'll be like, why did I do this to myself? So I just take it into the corner of my eye, dab it on, and you kind of want to do like a little V shape on the corner of your eye, and then I just kind of like rub it into like the crease in my eye, just to give it a bit more like dimension and a bit of shadow. And my eyeshadow, I'm quite liking how this eye's looking, so I'm just going to do the other eye and pray that it matches somewhat. Are they matching? Are they matching? It's very bright, so I'm kind of squinting. Yeah. What I also like to do is I take a little bit of the colour and do it on the lower lash line as well, because it kind of just evens out that look. Okay, that's my eyeshadow done. I like to keep it quite simple because I'm not very good at it. Also, this is an everyday look. For eyeliner, I'm using a gel eyeliner. Again, this is from Complexion. It's cruelty free and it's cheap, which is why I have so much of Complexion. This is very old. I should get rid of it, but I bought it, so no. To apply it, I'm using this like tiny petite eyeliner brush from Real Techniques, because everyone owns Real Technique brushes apparently, and me as well. I wasn't quite sure about the hype, and then I bought this one. I bought this from TK Maxx, by the way, because it was cheaper there, and I think there was a bit of a sale for these brushes, and they're really good. They're really good brushes. They're genuinely really nicely built. So I swipe a bunch of the gel goop onto the brush, and then I just kind of like, I tilt my head back to like really get into that lash line as close as possible, and I just brush it on, get in focus. I start from the center of the eyeball and then go out and then in and then connect to the middle a little bit, because I find that's just what works best for me. Gel eyeliner, you want to just be doing like short strokes, because that is what works best. Gel eyeliner is not my favourite eyeliner, I will be honest with you. The ones that look like a felt tip pen, those are my favourite because they're quick, easy, and they do stay on for ages. You can get that cat liner on point. You can build on it. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker actually, because I do want it slightly heavier. A lot of people like pull on their eyelids. Don't do that, that's really bad for your eyes. And I just take a little bit. The reason why I'm not looking directly at you is because of the viewfinder is on one side. But here, have some eye contact. Take a little bit, and then I just kind of like line my lower lids. Again, I want to get into the lash line, but you don't pull, you just kind of like press your finger there and it pops out really gently, and just boop, pops out. I hope you're not squeamish because you're looking right into my eyes. Enjoy. Go from the corner and then just take it down gently, kind of in the center, and then like stop there, because you go all the way in. It can make your eyes look smaller, and I'm Asian and my eyes aren't very big anyway, so let's not do that. Okay, so you can see this eye has eyeliner on, this eye does not. It gives you the appearance of more eyelashes, and kind of just gives your eyes a bit more like definition, and they're like more grounded in your face, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna do the other eye now. My eyes look quite nice. Yeah. Next step, we're coming to the end now. Thank goodness. Now for lips. I'm using lip gloss at the moment. I used to not like lip gloss because like a slight breeze blows and then all your hair sticks to your lips. But you know what? It's so pretty. I like it. This is the Estee Lauder Pure Color High Gloss Ultra Brilliance. It's in the number 3 Berry Lush. I'm sure there's like a proper technique, but I kind of just like gently squeeze a little bit out and just rub it from the center up into the corners. So with the upper lip, obviously you have like this little cupid's bow. You kind of want to be using the shape of, let me show you. You want to be using the shape of the applicator to work with you. So you squeeze a little bit out, and then using that little curve, you kind of use it to like push it up in your cupid's bow and drag down, and just really using that to work with you. So that's my lips done. This is most of my face done now. Like I could generally leave it like this, and sometimes I do. So I do like to do like blush, highlight and contour, just to give me that like extra bit of sculpting. So this is the Eco Tools Angled Blush Brush, and it's our favourite, NYX. This was given to me by a friend. It's in the number 8 baby doll. It's a very like pink, like a very bright pink, which I didn't think was my shade, but I put it on and I was like, ah, this is nice. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it, and then you just want to be, it's quite pigmented, so you want to be quite light with it. I'm just going to brush it off the excess on the lid. This is a trick I've discovered. If you want to look more like kind of youthful and glowy, you apply the blush more here in front of your face. If you want to look a little bit like more grown up and sophisticated, you apply it slightly more on the edge of your face here. The thing people do is like smile and then need a little effulge, the effulge of your face, and you apply it there. I like to go from like here-ish to like there, and just a really slow amount, because I don't like on me like a strong blush. So really subtle. I'm not sure if it's picking up on the camera, but like it's visible in real life, okay guys? Then I go contouring. Apparently I only ever use 2 products, which is, oh fuck, I forgot mascara, but we're just gonna do it now. So eyelash curler, these are from The Body Shop. It looks terrifying. It was kind of scary, but I just watched loads of like tutorials on how to use eyelash curlers, and now we're fine, I think. So just to come in again, hi! Gently bring it up to your lash line and be very gentle with the first pinch, because sometimes you do catch your eyelid and it really hurts. So gently just kind of squeeze near the base, and then bring it out, squeeze again in the middle, bring it out again, and you kind of squeeze the tips, and then you just do it again until you get the curl that you want. And then you take your mascara. This one is a sample one from Smashbox. It's a full exposure mascara. It's okay, but the brush is like bloody massive, but it's good. Some people have their like mouth open when they put on mascara, and it genuinely helps relax the face and makes it easier. Put your face back and just comb it through. Again, I like to go center, then out, and then inner eye. Sometimes I do skip mascara because I'm not that fussed about my lashes, but I have a lot of mascara samples, so I'm trying to use them all up. I only ever put 1 coat mascara on. I don't like to put multiple coats because it kind of just makes it look spiky. Okay, mascara done, blush done. I now like to do contouring. So again, we have our old friend Complexion. This is just their pressed powder. I've chosen one that's like a shade or 2 darker than my actual skin tone. It's just kind of like a cheap way of getting contour stuff. This one is in the shade 15 Warm Bronze. You take this. I take this brush, which is by Revolution Pro. It's the 250 one. I got this from TK Maxx because it was cheap. And this is what I do for contouring nowadays. So you take this and you just kind of swirl it on. Because of the shape of the brush, it's like domed here, which makes it really nice for contouring. And then you make a fishy face. And then what you saw there is kind of like where ideally your contour stuff goes, because it kind of brings out your cheekbones. So you kind of go from wherever point you like. I kind of like go here, so not too far in, and then brush it out. And it's kind of, you make like a figure of 3 here as you're contouring. You know, here's one side of the face with contouring, and here's the side without. Bring it into your jawline. Yeah, so that just gives me a little bit more definition on my face. The sharper you want your cheekbones, the heavier your contouring can be. Highlight, so this one again, can you guess? It's from Complexion. It's an old one. It's just a highlighting stick. It's in the #1 Pearl Sheen. It's got like a warm tone to it, which is really nice because I do have a warm yellow undertone to my skin. And then you can just kind of rub it here and then go up in like a curve. You take it here, you go up in a curve, and then it's very quick to apply. You just rub it on and then you kind of blend it out. I use my fingers and just gently go along and up. Don't be dragging down, along and up. Just very gently smoothing it into your skin. Depends on how shiny you want to be. You can build the intensity. I kind of like it as it is now. You can also highlight here, here, chin, upper lip, and then that kind of like gives your face that 3-dimensionality, if that makes sense. So those are like your kind of like points to highlight and your points to contour to give you that shape. This is kind of my everyday makeup. I know everyone has kind of like different standards of what their everyday makeup is. Some people's are very, very light, and this would be considered quite heavy. Some people are like, you barely put anything on your face. This is kind of like a full face of makeup for me. If I'm going really light, I tend to just do brows, a little bit of eye makeup and gloss, and I'll leave it at that. But this is, when I have time, this is how I like to do my makeup on a day-to-day basis. I like to have fun with my makeup. As I mentioned before, it's my way of giving myself a little like movie makeover. I am really bad with hair though, so I just kind of put it in a pony and then leave it like that. So this is just how I like to do my makeup, and it's a routine that I'm constantly trying to perfect and get better at and find what works for me. I'm having a lot of fun making like beauty and makeup videos these days, and I hope you do as well. If you don't, sods. If you like this video, please leave a comment and I will respond to them. I like comments. If you didn't like this video, you can go away. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! You felt like a really... The sirens. So just like a little... Oh, don't touch the mic! With beauty blenders, aka spongage. So I just take a bit, I